I don't think I miss America. I think I missed a version of myself that only existed there. By the title, you probably already know what I'm gonna be doing. We put the air down. We put the air up. Now over here in the house is kind of like, I feel hot. Every time I go to, I do care what I wear, specifically in Mexico, I feel like I feel more free. I feel more free. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Like, I want to dress up. I always want to dress up. I have my camera. Like, I always have my camera over here. I always want to dress up. I always want to put on something. Since it'd be hot as F, probably put a clip and put it like this. That would come out so cute. Heat protecting. The Tresemme shampoo, this one, it already comes with the heat protectant and built in the shampoo. But I don't like putting it on because, guys, every time I wash my hair a little too much, my hair ends up falling off. We got this sunscreen. More sunscreen. Now we got more sunscreen. Did I even turn on? Yeah, gotta turn it on. And I got more sunscreen. I love navy blue. I love any blue. Black hair suits blue. It's summer. Guys, another summer again. I'm very grateful for another summer. Last year was summer. Guys, I don't know what to wear, guys. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know what to wear, bro. Every time I put gel on my eyebrows, I notice that my eyebrows actually don't last that much. You know what's so crazy? I just want to say something. A lot of people think in Mexico, they're like, are you from? But if I were from, I would probably speak more Spanish. Because every time I go to Texas, people speak a lot of Spanglish. There's a lot of Hispanic people. A lot of Spanish. So even if I was from, I would probably speak more Spanish. I don't know, I'm not from there. I'm not here to judge someone who is from that doesn't speak Spanish. I always claim, I literally sung in the choir and I sung only in Spanish. I don't understand how my Spanish is not there, but my Spanish is there. I always had English friends. Not judging. I'm just saying. It's me, like, I didn't even know you. I didn't know, bro. I mean, I did know, but like, my parents honestly didn't have that culture. The only culture we did have was a lot in the food. A lot of frijoles and a lot of eggs. Frijoles and eggs and tortillas, it's literally how we grew up. Barely going out to any restaurants. And McDonald's was a privilege. That's the only culture I know. Other than that, no, I don't even know. The rest of the cultures is kind of thing that I've built within myself. When you don't really know where you're from and things like that, you start building your own cultures. For example, my culture is seeing horses. Every time I see horses, or try to see a horse every year, that's a tradition culture of mine. Wait, I'm getting them confused. Tradition and culture are two different things. But that's my tradition. Because even though I'm from Georgia and from Mexico, there's horses everywhere, but it's a privilege too. That is a privilege. Basically, me saying McDonald's is a privilege. Buying expensive makeup is a privilege. I feel like that also comes from growing up in poverty without realizing it was poverty, because it's not even from surviving in poverty, which are different things. Me, I was always in Georgia. I was always living in like a surviving way. Survive. I didn't know how to live, which is something I'm writing in my book about healing from hurt. You don't always have to survive. So I learned that surviving is something that gets us out of a season, but it's not something that we have to do to solve every single problem. Trying to not see the United States as something that not bad. It's just something that I'm not to see it as, here I go again, back again, you know? It's actually a blessing more than anything. It's a privilege. And I keep saying that, a privilege, because not everybody has it. Not everybody can. In conclusion, I feel like it also comes from like being in poverty. That's what I'm kind of saying, that I must have seen it like a tradition, a culture, to be that way. Because Mexican and poverty are not the same things, is what I'm trying to say. But I think that the reason why I don't really know about my culture, where I got that from, is because a lot of people tell me I speak a lot of Spanish. I do speak a lot of Spanish. Not even speak it, I'm a listener. I learned that a lot of people like to yap, to fill in silent spaces. But for me, I'm just like, I'm here to listen to you. Not a garbage dump. I'm literally just listening. family members from Mexico, they actually go to a lot, but I was just thinking, like, I haven't really gone. It's about to be a year, if God wills, and I've only gone 3 times. That is crazy. And I really like that. Someone mentioned to me, you don't really go to that, huh? And I'm like, I don't. I'm actually healing. It doesn't include having to go out all the time. It doesn't include shopping. Because one thing I learned about me, and one man told me, my landlord, he was like, don't buy shirts. It's kind of something hard for me. Like, I did try to stop consuming, but I kept consuming. So, but over here, I learned what it was I kind of learned to live below my needs, even though it took a while. I really like that SpongeBob. I just remember that scene where he's like, okay, I'm gonna try to take a picture of everything, because I think he lost his camera in his brain. So I feel like that's kind of mean. And I'm grateful for my phone because it takes pictures and everything. Luckily, thank God. I try to keep a lot of things because of the memory, but then I just remember it. Oh, like this song with Midland, it's better than a memory. And I think another thing about me is that I write everything down, all the memories. And my book, the stationery book, where I scrapbook and put my memories down. Let me show you. Oh, let's start with the perfume. I couldn't throw this away, guys. I was like, bro, I could keep the box or something. I just journaled it. I made this thing. I didn't want to throw away the box, so instead I just journaled it. Yeah. So things like that is what I mean. Like, we don't want to throw things because it has a memory, but actually journaling it so that I don't have to keep the trash, you know? Even though it's not trash, but you know what I mean? I feel scared to when someone asks me for money, like I'm not gonna be able to give them compared to when I did. One of the things I learned is whenever you do have money, you give. For sure, invest the money that you have and everything. It wasn't for me. It's a tool. So I think that's one of the other scary things about going to, because I feel like I'm a little scared to be perceived as someone who has money. When in reality, no, I'm just being myself. Look. It broke. I think it's crazy. Every time I put it on like this Morphe brush, like it always scraped every time, you know? Because I'm like, and it started scraping. Scraped on its own thing. Does anyone have black eyeshadow that I could borrow? Because I never thought I was gonna need it. Because what I learned is that what makes the gel liner stay in your eyebrows is by putting black eyeshadow on it. This is translucent powder. Every time you put that powder on, it's the makeup stay, right? I learned that that's what makes the eyeliner stay. The gel eyeliner. And let's go. Yeah, boy. But no, like if I I just keep thinking about it. If I was from Brazil, I would probably speak Spanish. If I were from, but honestly, there's something that I learned. People that my brother works with, they have this specific language, and it's like pa onde instead of para donde. I think that's why. I think I know more of that type of language, pa onde, or like okay pues. I think I speak more clearly, better Spanish when I speak like that. But I try to speak the right Spanish. I try to be formal because, you know, I'm speaking to someone. I don't know them. It's good to be formal, but then it comes out as like, this girl don't know Spanish. Maybe I don't know Spanish. Well, actually, no, I don't know Spanish. Don't speak to me, you know? But like, no, it's not like that. It's not like that. I don't know how to explain it. It's like if I knew Korean, I'm not always going to speak Korean to you if you don't know Korean. And if you know Spanish, if you know English, I'm going to speak to you in English. But if you know Spanish, I'm also going to speak to you, you know? But that's one of the things as an American girl living in Mexico, especially at the age of 19, where there's a lot of expectations. So it's very cool. it's cool because you're not gonna be this age all the time. You're just not. The 20s, they're not forever. But that's one of the things. And I can't wait. I can't wait till I'm like in my 40s. What's that gonna be like? And that's only if God wills, you know? It's not up to me, but it's crazy. Like Selena, I kind of think about Selena. I wonder what she went through is being as a Latina that grew up only knowing English. Obviously, she didn't complain or anything, and I'm not trying to be here complaining. It's just something that a perspective that I noticed. I'm not trying to be like her. I'm not trying to be like anyone. When I realized, I guess I wasn't saying some words in Spanish right. And now it's, because, oh my gosh, let me tell you, in the United States when I lived in Georgia, I guess we would joke around a lot in Spanish, like saying the wrong words on purpose. Of madre, say madre. Like a funny way to play around with Spanish. And then you come to Mexico and you realize, wait, hold on, this ain't no game. This ain't not a game. And it is called American privilege. Don't get mad at me. But it's true. I got to Mexico and I didn't know how much I had American privilege to be able to speak up, to be able to talk, just be who I am. And over here, they're like, you can't say anything to just anyone. You can't say that to just anyone. You can't just play around with your words and everything with just anyone. Not judging, but just very precautious. It's just different because there's no security. And the only security is just watching out for each other. Being really careful about what you do and what you say and what you say to others. In the United States, something that I wanted to say is that when I worked at a restaurant where I had to speak two languages, a lot of the times, or any workplace or church or friends, my brother, he said that they would tell him that he speaks better Spanish than all of his friends, or they would tell me the same thing, that I spoke better Spanish than anyone they've ever met. I guess ego was high or something. Not even like that. The only one that did tell me was my own sister. She was like, you know, this girl don't know how to speak Spanish. But I'm like, girl, I'm literally speaking Spanish to you. But no, I only speak actually English to the ones who understand, and in Spanish to the ones who understand. In the United States, you think you speak very good Spanish if you've never gone to Mexico, until you get to Mexico and everybody's telling you you can't really speak Spanish. You don't speak Spanish that well. It's like, bro. No, because they're actually gonna tell you, like, this girl don't know Spanish, when you're actually gonna need that, and you actually have to use your Spanish. And I'm talking about with fluent people who know Spanish. But what I mean is, like, I've always been fluent in both languages, and I still don't know how to speak in both languages because I've always played around with my words. It kind of me agüita mucho. But like another thing, something to prove. Yeah, but got something to prove. And it's and paying up my dues. No instruction and talking about videos. I've been walking on pieces, you hear me? I just pray that my kids be a bigger me, they can give. So that's what I kind of mean. Like, I feel like I have nothing. More than anything, there's nothing to prove. Nothing to prove. I am who I am, and if you see that, then you see that. If you don't, then you don't. Like eggs and ham. I'm not here to chase anybody, chase the wind. Nah, I'm gonna just be who I am. If you don't think that I speak Spanish, whether I do or not, that's up to you. It's up to the person if they want to understand or not. Like, if you want to get to know me, then that's good. If you don't, then bye-bye. But then it kind of sucks too. It sucks for me. This is what I want to say. What I understood. It sucks not being known as someone who speaks Spanish like that. I learned that my Spanish is like ¿pa dónde? O cómo está? And you know what's something funny too, that my grandma, she said that I speak Spanish like if I was like Salvadorian or something, and I'm like, actually I have a friend. So, but I think what she meant was when I didn't finish a full sentence, it was kind of like that, ¿pa dónde? You know? But I'm still trying to understand. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I let it bother me that much. But literally, it bothered me that much. I'm gonna just speak how I speak, and you can't tell me that. No, I'm gonna speak how I speak. I'm gonna speak how I speak. Voy a hablar como quiero hablar. Cause this is my life.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Yeah.
You ready?
You ready?
I'm been ready.
Ready? Oh my gosh, not ready. I'm ready. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
months, but
Blue and red. July 4th happened recently.
it happened.
It happened. Me already pasó.
¿Qué pasó?
¿Qué pasó?
Which one you want?
El mal ya está hecho. Na, 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 na.
Quisiera nunca. That's it. When I always get so tired.
Whoa. Pero ya es muy tarde. El mal ya está hecho.
There's an app. I want to download it. It's an app that I don't know where I saw it. I can't remember. But I saw it at some point somewhere. That it was an ad about this app.
About this ad.
About this ad. It was talking about an app. Yeah.
What was the app about?
Where you can like put songs, like original songs.
Oh.
And then you can lower the key or make the key higher. So you can like sing
The song.
at your tono. Sing any song, like my songs, you can sing it.
Right,
Because sometimes you look up the song in higher key or lower tono, but it's not like at the perfect tono.
Get up. Where'd it go?
I see.
Where'd it go?
And I'm coming back.
Y yo que no sabía. I met people with different dialects and it's so cool. Different languages is so cool, guys. You don't have to know everything. Sometimes just being open. If someone tells me anything, I don't really get mad. I'm not here to get mad no more. Can't control nothing. You can't control anyone. And I'm not saying that to be smart. I'm literally just saying that out of experience. What has brought me to be where I am. To be okay with whatever happens, it is what it is. And not meaning it to not do anything. It's just sometimes you can't do anything. Sometimes when someone tells you something, there's nothing to be done. And I feel like someone could be telling you something that's so like backhanded, but it's like, you know, at the end of the day, it's what they have in their heart and you can't really do anything about it. All you can do is kill them with kindness. The little baby said, it is what it is. And my brother says that too, it is what it is. I gotta go because if I don't figure out what I'm gonna wear by myself, then I'm gonna be here for hours, guys. I love y'all and I'm so grateful that y'all came with me to do my makeup real quick. And I hope y'all have a beautiful Sunday, beautiful week.